it wasn't until Director Park came across The Little Drummer Girl and gave me that call. It was middle of the day, and he called me up saying that, Wonjo, I just finished reading the best Le Carré. Actually, he was in the middle of reading it, and he told me, Wonjo, I think I am reading the best Le Carré book ever. And he was so excited, and he was going to call me again after he's finished it. And after he's put down the book, we talked again, and he did confirm that it was the best Le Carré book he's ever read, and he would love to adapt this. The only thing is that in order to try and condense everything down to 2 hours feature length, he would be missing out on a lot of great material. So he wanted to look at doing a TV series for The Little Drummer Girl. As a great storyteller, I think Director Park is always fascinated about this process of, and the psychology behind different characters trying to build fiction. And when it comes to when it connects up, when it links up with his love for espionage stories, espionage thrillers, it kind of made sense for me. Also, great thing about The Little Drummer Girl, and in a lot of Le Carré's work, is that it's not just about a spy thriller, in that you're out there to catch someone, or you're out there to solve an international crisis through just a linear run of action or events, but it gives great attention to detail of how your agents or intelligence officers go about doing their job, what it takes for them to do their job. But not only that, it delves into the psyche of those characters, and it's very much about the inner workings of those characters. A big part of my role, I suppose, as an interpreter, sometimes not just in terms of linguistic sense, in that I'm translating one language to the other, but also sometimes when I say I'm trying to understand, I try to understand Director Park's vision the best as I can myself, and to try and convey it, and I guess interpreter of that vision in a digestible manner to everybody. Maybe that's too grand a way of putting it, but that would be the focus of my role on my interaction with Director Park, or being the sort of liaison between Director Park and everyone else that's working for this project. Yeah. He's a terrific actor to work with, and he's frightfully intelligent, and he is very analytical about his character, and he is somebody who prepares a lot for his character. He's very diligent, and it was great to see that. And what that did was, he was always keen to engage with Director Park, to have a lot of conversation about his character, and it in turn allowed to bring a lot of richness into character, which Alexande was so adept at using in terms of his performance, how he portrays his character on screen. And you will see that, as you see the series. She's just Charlie. And from the first time that I saw her, which was with Director Park, which was after, the day after a screening of Lady Macbeth. But she was very energetic, and she found herself very, at ease around people, and she's very expressive, absolute joy to be with. And those qualities, I think, stayed with Director Park. It's something that he remembered when he came to discover the little drummer girl. And as we said about all those, preparations to work on this project, I think it naturally came to all of our minds that, Florence could be the perfect Charlie. When she is engaging with Director Park, is able to absorb and understand what Director Park sees in the character. And she was able to, wear, if you like, that character as if she's always lived as that character. And she found herself very much, at ease, I suppose, moving into that character and living and breathing as Charlie. He gives Director Park so many different choices in terms of performance. And Director Park always loved being surprised by, what Michael Shannon would give him. It's like small gift every day with every take in terms of, starting out from the strong foundation of his deep understanding of the character, just giving out all these different surprises or variances, these different variety of great takes. That Director Park had, ample to choose from. One of the first things that Director Park was talking to Michael Shannon about was, this idea of Kurtz as a writer, a producer, and a director of this mission and of this fiction, of this narrative that he's creating. And in the same sense, Director Park is somebody who writes, produces, and directs a narrative. So with Kurtz, he has written his script. He has gathered around his players and letting them play out this fiction, right? So it's fascinating whenever I see Michael interacting with Director Park. I also think that this is Kurtz interacting with with Director Park as well, and to see within that context of those parallels, it's always an interesting thing to see. The number of locations that we visited and the different countries that we've been to just speaks volumes about the scale of the story. That this is a narrative spanning across so many different countries. So the sheer scope of the story is quite big in that sense. And having gone through all these different locations, we've also been through so many different and contrasting weather conditions as well. It's as I would often say to the crew that we've been through everything together. We feel it feels like we've become very close over the course of this production. And that's probably because we've been through so much together, and certainly we've been through thick and thin. We've been through rain and shine, literally torrential rain, and literally the scorching sun in Greece. We've had hail, snow, mud, whatever you name it. We've gone through it on this production. So that also speaks about within that span of time to have experienced all those different conditions tells you like where we've been through. We've been to so many different places. As much as the actors are important collaborators for Director Park loves collaborating with his different heads of departments. There's the DP, of course, and there's a production designer, costume designer, hair and makeup are all integral collaborators to Director Park to bring his vision alive. And collaborating doesn't only mean that how well they can interpret what Director Park is trying to achieve and bring that alive, realizing them, but also collaborating in the sense bringing something to the table that adds to his vision. So Director Park loves, time spent with different heads of departments as much as he does with his actors as well.